Lok Sabha MP S. Supangman Jamir raised concern in Parliament on Wednesday, saying the Northeast continues to be neglected in infrastructure and policy. Third group of students from Nagaland left for an educational visit to ISRO, Bengaluru on July 23. Principal Director Shashank Pratap Singh highlighted the significance of the Smile app in monitoring teacher attendance during a conference in Kohima. Two athletes from Kohima have been chosen to represent India at the 9th Asian Pancake Silat Championship in Ha Tinh Province, Vietnam from July 23 to 31. Assam police have arrested 9 members of a notorious gang involved in string of dacoities and truck hijacking across the state. Hello viewers, you're watching Nltv English Primetime. This is Chanchan Kasar and now the news in detail. The third group of students from Nagaland left for an educational visit to ISRO Bengaluru on July 23. A total of 12 students from Kohima in Semenyu district were flagged off by Shashank Pratap Singh, Principal Director of School Education, along with other officials. The trip is part of the Northeast Parks program, a joint effort by the Minister of the Honor and the Government of Nagaland to promote space awareness among Northeast students. The students are from 7th school and are accompanied by a teacher. They are expected to return on July 26. Lok Sabha MP S. Supangman Jamir raised concern in Parliament on Wednesday, saying the Northeast continues to be neglected in infrastructure and policy. Despite the government's East Egg policy, he pointed out poor road, rail, aid link, healthcare and education, especially in rural areas, and said even border security suffers due to weak infrastructure. Jamir also questioned the delay in Naga peace accord and criticized the ongoing use of AFSPA, calling it a contradiction to peace effort. He urged the centre to move beyond slogan and take real region sacrifice action for the Northeast. Nagaland launched import new tools to help fight tobacco use during a state-level workshop on July 23. The Health Workers Guide, Brief Advice Protocol and Tobacco-Free Village Guidelines were introduced to help health workers and community leaders support people to quit tobacco and create tobacco-free areas. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare developed HWG and TFV guidelines, while Nagaland created the Brief Advice Protocol with help from Vital Strategies. The event was organized by the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare and Vital Strategies under the National Tobacco Control Program. Officials, health workers and education representatives attended the workshop, which included technical session on tobacco laws and health programs. Principal Director Shashank Pratap Singh highlighted the significance of Smile app in monitoring teacher attendance during a conference in Kohima. Over 15,000 teachers have not marked their attendance in the last 4 months and more than 150 institutes have a 0% attendance rate. Singh encouraged district officials to be more vigilant and promote regular app usage among teachers and staff. Despite technical issues, the Smile app development team have made significant improvements since February.
1,500 odd numbers of teachers have not marked attendance even once in the last 4 months, and more than 150 institutes have not marked their attendance. Their attendance is marked as 0. We have total 49 establishments in the districts. Out of total 49, let me mention first the silver lining. The office of DO Mokokchung, DO Mon, Senior SDO Mon, DO Twensan and SDO Bhandari. they have consistently marked their attendance more than 75%. So it's a good data, I would like to say, but still you have scope to improve. It should reach at least somewhere 90 or north of 90. So out of total 49 establishments in districts, 34 establishment has marked less than 50% attendance. It's almost two-thirds. So two-thirds of the establishment in the districts have marked their attendance less than 50% in last 4 months. 17 out of 49, 17 has marked less than 10% attendance. Almost 20%. And 10 establishment has marked almost 0% attendance. Out of 49, 10 establishment has marked attendance almost 0%. 0% means less than 1%, some they have marked 0.5%, some they have marked 0.3%. Less than 1% are considering almost 0%. So around 20% out of 49, 10. So 20% establishment has marked their attendance almost 0%. These are the, I would not here do naming shaming. I'm sure the concerned in charge of the district establishment officers are aware how punctual they are and how regular they are in the office and their staff. So I request all of you to kindly be more vigilant, kindly stay in the station. All the government offices basically the officer driven. An MTS or PU cannot make the office more or in a better functioning. Only the officer who is manning the office can make the office more efficient, more transparent. So I would like to request all the district establishment in charge to be more vigilant, to be more punctual in the offices, so that the staff should come on daily basis and mark their attendance on the TAMS portal. There might be few here and there legal issues, there might be some minor technical glitches, but majorly the app is functioning well. 1500 odd numbers of teachers have not marked their attendance even once in last 4 months, and more than 150 institutes.
The Additional Deputy Commissioner of Jazaba, PAIC, Dr. Diana Patton, has called for a coordination meeting on July 28 at 12 noon in the IDC's office, Jazaba, to discuss preparations for the upcoming 79th Independence Day celebration. As per the notification, all head of office, institution and stakeholders under Jozaba's subdivision have been directed to attend the meeting. This meeting aims to ensure a successful celebration, similar to past events where coordination meetings were held to assign tasks to various departments and institutions. Government of Nagaland has announced that the boundaries of all districts, subdivisions, tehsils, municipalities and villages will be fixed starting December 31st. This is to prepare for the census in 2027, according to a notice from the Home Department signed by Chief Secretary Dr. J. Alam IAS. The boundaries will stay the same from January 1, 2026 to March 31, 2027. This decision follows the census rule of 1990, which said that the boundaries must not change during the census. Office of the Deputy Commissioner Chumukidama has issued an advisory to heighten vigilance and prevent the possible influx of illegal immigrants into Nagaland amid ongoing eviction drive in neighboring Assam. Deputy Commissioner Polam John emphasized the importance of maintaining public order and safeguarding the state's demographic integrity. Administrative officers and executive officers of Town Council have been instructed to remain vigilant and take necessary steps to prevent any potential influx. The District Disaster Management Authority Chumokitama has initiated emergency protection work to curb the unprecedented erosion along the Chatti River bank. The protection work involves using boulders and is being executed near the Naglan for Christ Prayer Center area due to precarious conditions on the Setiki Basar Road. Truck transportation boulders will be rerouted through the 5th Mile Model Village. The Village Council of Setiki Basa and 5th Mile Model Village have been requested to cooperate with the DDMA to ensure the smooth and timely completion of the protection work. On July 23, the Army Recruiting Office Rangapahar held Kanvan Talkies, a youth outreach event at Norman Putras College and the local market in Dimapur. Over 400 students attended the event, including a motivational video, help with registration, information board, fun games, wristband giveaway, and a soldier team selfie spot. The goal was to encourage and inform young people about joining the Indian Army, especially through their Agnivir and office recruitment programs. The Forest Department has sent an eviction notice to the people living in number 2 Nigirbil village in Mirapani. This must leave the village within 7 days. If they do not leave, they will be removed by force. A big team from the Forest Department is already in the village to carry out this order. For the first time, 2 athletes from Nagaland have been chosen to represent India at the 9th Asian Pancake Silat Championship in Ha Tinh Province, Vietnam. From July 23 to 31, Hinokali from Izato Village, Zuniboto, and Kitenlo Ketono from Ihuno Village, Semenyu earned their place after winning gold medals in the tending category at the 13th Senior National Championship held in Lucknow. Both athletes are also medal winners at the National Games. Their selection is a proud moment for Nagaland sport history. The Assam police have arrested 9 members of a notorious gang involved in a string of decodis and truck hijacking across the state. The operation was held by Basista office in charge Kapil Pratek on July 23 at 13 Mile in Jorabad, where police seized a truck with no registration plate, 3 separate number plates and tools believed to have been used in gangs activities. The arrested individuals are Mofidul Ali, Ghazidia Rahman, Samir Ali, Mohinur Ali, Kirul Haq, Niranjan Rabi, Manjur Ali, Farilul Haq, and Mohar Ali, hailing from Golpara, Boko, and Changon. Authorities confirmed the gang had previous convictions for similar crime and have been causing concern among transporters and traders. We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. Let's get back with the news. On July 24, the Assam Cabinet approved the same flight program in Assam to help young people from the state get jobs in Japan. The program gives its selected candidates rupees 1.5 lakh to learn the Japanese language and culture, including how to speak and work professionally in Japan. After completing the training, candidates will receive short-term paid jobs in sectors like healthcare, manufacturing, and hospitality, helping them gain valuable international work experience. The Assam government said this program will improve skill and create better job opportunities for local youth while strengthening India-Japan relation.
Foundation. We have approved various schemes today, right from incentivizing learning of Japanese language. There will be a confirmed job in Japan, and we will provide 1.5 lakh subsidy to the students who will undergo through the Japanese language learning process. We have also today authorized formation of a new Section 8 company for the benefit of startups, which will be known as the Assam Innovation and Startup Foundation. Today, Cabinet has also approved a World Bank projects for supporting of our school education at a cost of 2,700 crore. Cabinet has also approved 10 new core districts for administrative to increase efficiency in the functioning of our administration. We have approved various schemes today, right from incentivizing learning of Japanese language. There will be a confirmed job in Japan, and we will provide 1.5 lakh subsidy to the students who will undergo through the Japanese language learning process. We have also today.
On Wednesday night, a man carrying large amount of brown sugar ran away on foot near a police checkpoint in Thoubal district, Manipur. The incident happened around 8 p.m. on National Highway 102, right in front of Lilong police station, where police were doing routine checks. The man was riding a blue Yamaha scooter without a registration number. When he saw the police, he quickly turned his scooter around and sped away. Soon after, he left the scooter and disappeared into the dark. When police checked the abandoned scooter, they found about 2 kg of brown sugar, a strong illegal drug. The brown sugar is worth about 8 crore in the black market. Police have seized the scooter and the drugs. They have registered a case and are trying to find and catch the man. Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla announced one-day state mourning on July 25 in the memory of theatre legend Ratan Thiam, who passed away early on Wednesday at a hospital in Imphal. Thiam, aged 77, was known for mixing traditional Manipuri art with modern theatre. He founded the Chorus Repertory Theatre in Imphal and once led the National School of Drama. His famous plays include Chakravyuha and Nine Hills, One Valley. Thiam won many awards, including the Padma Shri in 1989, which he later gave up in 2001 to protect government actions. Today, the state flew flag at half-mast and no official entertainment took place to honor him. Students of Government Degree College in Dharmanagar block road and protested outside the police station on Wednesday. They demanded the immediate arrest of those involved in a fight and attack on campus. The trouble started on Tuesday when a fight among female students caused minor injuries. On Wednesday, outsiders were brought in and some students were threatened to hurt outside the college. Students filed a police complaint in one action. Their higher education minister Kishore Burman asked for calm and said the incident is being investigated. He warned students not to disturb studies and wait for the inquiry result. Police are investigating, but students want arrest soon to feel safe again. On Wednesday, police in Assam Shribhumi arrested two persons from submitting fake documents in a passport application. Officials say that a man has used the name of deceased person Farooq Ahmed to create false documents. The police explained that after sending the documents for verification, they found them suspicious and later confirmed they were fake. The arrested individuals were identified as Burhan Uddin and Hazur. An FIR was registered and the police are continuing their investigation to catch other people involved in the case.
इस साल के जुलाई महीने में एक पासपोर्ट एप्लीकेशन मिला था एक फारूक अहमद बोल के आदमी से। तो नॉर्मली जो होता है पासपोर्ट वेरिफिकेशन में, तो थाने में भेज दिया हम लोगों ने वेरीफाई करने के लिए, और वो एप्लीकेंट ने कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह सबमिट किए थे। लेकिन इनिशियली मतलब जो वेरिफिकेशन हुआ तो हमको कुछ शक हुआ वेदर द डॉक्यूमेंट्स आर जेन्युइन और फॉल्स। तो जब हमने थोड़ा वेरिफिकेशन किया, फर्दर वेरिफिकेशन, तो वो मालूम पड़ा कि वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स फॉल्स था। जो फारूक अहमद बोल के जो एक्चुअल व्यक्ति था उसका ऑलरेडी डेथ हो चुका है, और उसके नाम पे फॉल्स डॉक्यूमेंट्स बना के एक फेक आइडेंटिटी क्रिएट किया गया था। तो उस सिलसिले में इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान एक FIR लॉन्च हुआ। उसके बाद इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुआ। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान दो आदमी को अभी तक हम लोगों ने अरेस्ट किया है, बुरहानुद्दीन और फैजुर रहमान। इन दोनों का एक घर पथरकुंडी थाना के एरिया में है, और इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है और कौन कौन इस पूरे रैकेट में इन्वॉल्व है, whether any government officials directly or indirectly are involved, we are looking into all aspects. इस साल के जुलाई महीने में एक पासपोर्ट एप्लीकेशन मिला था एक फारूक अहमद बोल के आदमी से। तो नॉर्मली जो होता है पासपोर्ट वेरिफिकेशन में, तो थाने में भेज दिया हम लोगों ने वेरीफाई करने के लिए, और वो एप्लीकेंट ने कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह सबमिट किए थे। लेकिन इनिशियली मतलब जो वेरिफिकेशन हुआ तो हमको कुछ शक हुआ whether the documents are genuine or false। तो जब हमने थोड़ा वेरिफिकेशन किया, फर्दर वेरिफिकेशन, तो वो मालूम पड़ा कि वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स फॉल्स था। जो फारूक अहमद बोल के जो एक्चुअल व्यक्ति था उसका ऑलरेडी डेथ हो चुका है, और उसके नाम पे फॉल्स डॉक्यूमेंट्स बना के एक फेक आइडेंटिटी क्रिएट किया गया था। तो उस सिलसिले में इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान एक FIR लॉन्च हुआ। उसके बाद इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुआ। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान दो आदमी को अभी तक हम लोगों ने अरेस्ट किया है, बुरहानुद्दीन और फैजुर रहमान। इन दोनों का एक घर पथरकुंडी थाना के एरिया में है, और इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है और कौन कौन इस पूरे रैकेट में इन्वॉल्व है, whether any government officials directly or indirectly are involved, we are looking into all aspects.
The Supreme Court have agreed to examine a plea seeking contempt action against the Assam government for allegedly violating its directive during a demolition exercise in Golpara district. The court issued a notice to the Assam Chief Secretary and others seeking their response within 2 weeks. The plea claims that over 667 families have affected by mass eviction and demolished drive in June without proper notice or opportunity for appeal. The petitioners, residents of Golpara district, argued that they were not granted personal hearing and were given insufficient time to vacate their properties. The Supreme Court November 2024 verdict had barred demolitions of properties without prior notice and a 15-day response period, which the petitioner claimed was disregarded by the authorities. Meghalaya government has announced a revised daily minimum wage structure for the workers across various skill categories. Effective April 1, 2025, the new rate includes a variable dearness allowance component, marking a significant step in the state's labor policies. Unskilled laborers will now earn Rs 541 per day, semi-skilled workers Rs 583, skilled workers Rs 624, and highly skilled workers Rs 665. The revised wages represent a daily hike of Rs 16 to Rs 20 across categories compared to the previous rate notified in January 2025. On July 23, Meghalaya's additional Chief Secretary Sakil P. Ahmed told district officials to watch the border closely. This is because Assam's eviction drive against illegal settlements may cause displaced people to move into Meghalaya. All deputy commissioners were asked to stay alert and take steps to control any movement of people into the state. Meghalaya authorities must keep law and order safe to stop any illegal entry quickly. We'll take another short break here. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back once again. Let's get back with the news. 3 persons, including a woman, were killed in a road accident in Chhattisgarh's Korea district in the early hours of Thursday. The accident occurred around 1 a.m. when a speeding truck collided with a motorcycle coming from the opposite direction. All 3 victims were traveling in a bike at the time of the crash. Police reached the spot soon after the incident and took the bodies to a hospital for post-mortem examination.
रात को करीब 1 से 2 बजे पुलिस वाले थाना चर्चा द्वारा 3 डेड बॉडीज आई हुई जो चर्चा थाना के पास एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। छत हालत में थी और तीनों स्पॉट डेड से उसको यहाँ लाया गया। तो रात को करीब 1 से 2 बजे पुलिस वाले थाना चर्चा द्वारा 3 डेड बॉडीज आई हुई जो चर्चा थाना के पास एक्सीडेंट हुआ है।
2 Delhi police sub-inspectors were arrested on July 18 for stealing ₹75 lakh from money recovered in cybercrime cases. They were fake court papers to take the money. One officer, Ankur Malik, has been missing since March 19. A police team found him in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, along with a woman police officer who was helping him. Police found ₹12 lakh in cash, gold, mobile phones, and other items during the raid.
इनमें कोई साइबर से रिलेटेड कोई वहाँ दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम आई हुई थी जो वहाँ पर मार्च के महीने में साइबर पुलिस स्टेशन नॉर्थ ईस्ट दिल्ली में एक अपराध पंजीबद्ध हुआ था। उसके संदर्भ में उनके द्वारा एक वहाँ पर मार्च में प्राथमिकी दर्ज की गई थी और यहाँ पर आकर के अरविंदो के पास रुके हुए 2 तथाकथित आरोपी मिस्टर अंकुर और नेहा 2 को अभिरक्षा में लेकर के और पुलिस गई हुई है और अपने प्रकरण में वो विवेचना कर रही है।
क्या कुछ
इनमें कोई साइबर से रिलेटेड कोई वहाँ पे प्राथमिकी दर्ज हुई थी, उस पर से कुछ छल कपट की प्राथमिकी शायद दर्ज की गई है और ये भी बताया गया था कि शायद वहाँ पे दिल्ली पुलिस के अधिकारी कर्मचारी हैं और शेष बाकी तथ्यों के बारे में जानकारी आपको दिल्ली पुलिस से मिलेगी। दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम आई हुई थी जो वहाँ पर मार्च के महीने में साइबर पुलिस स्टेशन नॉर्थ ईस्ट दिल्ली में एक अपराध पंजीबद्ध हुआ था। उसके संदर्भ में उनके द्वारा एक वहाँ पर मार्च में प्राथमिकी दर्ज की गई थी और यहाँ पर आकर के अरविंदो के पास।
On July 24, police in Madhya Pradesh, Mathura district, Uttar Pradesh arrested 4 people connected to stealing electricity wires. Police got a tip that the thieves were meeting to collect the stolen goods. When police reached the place, a fight broke out. 2 thieves were caught and got injured during the encounter. Police found 3 quintals of stolen electricity wires, ₹3 lakh in cash, 2 homemade pistols and bullet with the thief. The total value of the stolen items is about 12 lakhs.
गिरता हुआ मुखबिर के माध्यम से एक सूचना प्राप्त हुई कि कुछ दिनों पहले थाना फरा एवं थाना बलदेव में बिजली के तार चोरी करने वाले अभियुक्त आज चुरमुरा पुल के पास चोरी किए हुए माल को लेने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। इस सूचना पर थाना फरा, बलदेव एवं एसओजी की टीम ने संयुक्त कार्रवाई करते हुए बताए हुए स्थान की घेराबंदी की। खुद को पुलिस से घिरता हुआ देखकर बदमाशों ने पुलिस पर फायर किया। जवाबी कार्रवाई में पुलिस ने भी फायरिंग की जिसमें 2 बदमाशों को गोली लगी। गोली लगे हुए बदमाशों के नाम पिंटू एवं भोला हैं एवं 2 अन्य व्यक्ति भी मौके से गिरफ्तार हुए जिनके नाम हरि सिंह एवं नमन अग्रवाल हैं। मौके से एक पिकअप गाड़ी, चोरी किए हुए तार जिसका वजन लगभग 3 क्विंटल है, 3 लाख रुपए कैश, तार काटने के उपकरण एवं 2 तमंचे, कुछ खोखा कारतूस एवं कुछ जिंदा कारतूस बरामद हुए हैं। बरामदगी की कुल कीमत करीब 12 लाख रुपए हैं एवं 2 बदमाश मौके से।
On July 24, the Supreme Court stayed the Bombay High Court's decision that acquitted all 12 accused in a 2006 Mumbai train bomb blast case, which killed more than 180 people. The Supreme Court asked the accused to respond to the state government's appeal and said the High Court's verdict should not be considered a precedent. Earlier in July 21, the Bombay High Court had acquitted the accused, stating the prosecution failed to prove the case beyond doubt. Among the 12 accused, 5 were sentenced to death and 7 to life imprisonment by a special court in 2015, with 1 death row convict died in 2021. The Maharashtra ITS has accused them of being members of the banned Students Islamic Movement of India and conspiring with Pakistan-based terror groups Lashkar-e-Taiba. The High Court's acquittal has caused embarrassment to the ITS.
In the 2006 Bombay train blast, the Bombay High Court last week had acquitted all 11 convicts. All of them were acquitted. The Session Court had convicted them. The Bombay High Court acquitted them. Against that, the Maharashtra government came in urgent mentioning to the Supreme Court. Before Justice Gavai, it was mentioned 2 days back. Today, the matter was listed before Justice Sundresh. Justice Sundresh has given a stay on the Bombay High Court judgment, in which 11 people were let scot-free. They will remain outside jail. But because of this stay, now this judgment cannot be used by other Makoka convicts and alleged terrorists in their Makoka trials. So this is a very important achievement for the Maharashtra government. Even though those 11 people have been let scot-free, in looking at the larger picture, a stay has been achieved on this judgment, and now this judgment cannot be used by other alleged convicts and terrorists in their Makoka trials. In the 2006 Bombay train blast,
The Enforcement Directorate conducted a simultaneous raid on Thursday at over 35 premises linked to Anil Ambani's Reliance Group companies and Yes Bank as part of a money laundering investigation into an alleged 3,000 crore bank loan fraud. The ID is probing allegations of illegal loan divisions and gross violations in loan approval, including backdated credit approval, memorandums and investment without due diligence. The agency found that Yes Bank promotes received money in the concern just before loan disbursement, suggesting a possible bribery nexus. The money laundering case stems from CBI FIRs and report from National Housing Bank, SCBI, NFRA and Bank of Baroda. Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar defended the Election Commissioner's voter roll revisions process in Bihar, emphasizing the importance of maintaining accurate electoral polls and fair election and a strong democracy. Amid opposition claims that the move could disenfranchise crore of eligible citizens, Kumar questioned whether the poll body should allow that permanently migrated or duplicate voters to remain on the list, stressing that including eligible voters violate the construction. The special intensive revision has identified over 52 lakh voters not present at their address and 18 lakh deceased voters, with the IC working to ensure eligible voters are included while ineligible ones are removed. Eight hardcore exiles, including 4 men and 4 women, with a bounty of rupees 33 lakh, surrendered in Chhattisgarh's Narayanpur district. The surrendered exiles were part of the People's Liberation Guerrilla Army Battalion No. 1 and 16, considered the strongest military formation of MOIS. Each surrendered exilite received assistance of rupees 50,000 and will be rehabilitated according to the government's policy.
आज दिनांक 24 जुलाई 2025 को जिला नारायणपुर में कुल 8 हार्डकोर नक्सल माओवादी सरेंडर कर रहे हैं और इसमें कुल इनामी 33 लाख हैं। मुख्य रूप से इसमें PLGA के जो इनके बटालियंस की जो मिलिट्री फॉर्मेशंस होती हैं उसमें प्लेटून 1 और प्लेटून 16 के कुल 5 माओवादी हैं और एक जो ब्यूरो टीडी टीम जो संचालित करता था, जो यहाँ उत्तर पश्चिम जो जॉइंट सब जोन ब्यूरो या जो नक्सल्स का फॉर्मेशन होता है, उसमें एक टेक्निकल टीम होती है टीडी टीम, जिसका काम ये हथियार बनाना, उनका जो भी बीजीएल शेल्स वगैरह मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की टीम होती है, उसका कमांडर डीवीसी मुकेश जो अभी आज सरेंडर करेगा, और उसके साथ उसकी टीम के एक और पीपीसीएम है और साथ में प्लेटून 1 के 2 पीपीसी हैं जो सरेंडर कर रहे हैं। इस प्रकार कुल 4 पुरुष 4 महिला हैं।
3 criminals robbed the Central Bank of India's customer service point near Basra police station in Vaishali district, Bihar. 2 of the criminals wore a helmet and 3rd wore a mask. They came on a bike, entered the CSP and at gunpoint took 1 crore lakh from the manager. Deputy Superintendent of Police Gopal said the robbery happened in the afternoon when the 3 men arrived and threatened the manager to give them the money.
घटना सही है। वो बेलसर थाना क्षेत्र में साइन बाज़ार है। साइन बाज़ार में सेंट्रल बैंक से संबद्ध एक सीएसपी केंद्र कार्य कर रहा है, जिसका संचालक मुकेश पासवान जी है। करीब 2:30 बजे के करीब में आज एक मोटरसाइकिल पर 3 अपराधकर्मी सवार होकर आया, जिसमें से 2 अपराधकर्मी हेलमेट लगाया हुआ था और एक मास्क लगाया हुआ था। तीनों अपराधकर्मी सीएसपी सेंटर के भीतर घुस गया और पिस्टल सटा करके सीएसपी संचालक से 1 लाख रुपया लूट करके भाग निकले हुए।
India has called for a full ceasefire in Gaza, saying that short breaks in fighting are not enough to help people facing food, fuel and medical shortage. Speaking at the UN Security Council meeting, India's UN ambassador said peace can only come through dialogue and diplomacy and urged the release of all hostages. India also supported the upcoming UN conference to push for a 2-state solution where Israel and Palestine can live side by side. Harish said India is working on $40 million worth of development projects in Palestine and remain committed to supporting its people.
Mr. President, I thank you for convening today's quarterly open debate. Today's meeting takes place against the backdrop of a persisting humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Intermittent pauses in hostilities are not enough to address the scale of humanitarian challenges confronting the people who grapple daily with acute shortages of food and fuel, inadequate medical services, and lack of access to education. The health and education situation is particularly troubling. The WHO estimates that around 95% of all hospitals in Gaza are damaged or destroyed. The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights reports that more than 650,000 children have had no schooling for over 20 months. The way ahead is clear, and India has been consistent in this regard. The ongoing human suffering must not be allowed to continue. Humanitarian assistance needs to be facilitated in a safe, sustained, and timely manner. There is no substitute to peace. A ceasefire must be put in place. All hostages must be released. Dialogue and diplomacy remain the only viable paths to achieving these objectives. There are no other fixes or solutions. India shares historic and strong ties with our Palestinian brothers and sisters. We have always stood by them, and our commitment towards the Palestinian cause is unwavering. We were the first non-Arab country to recognize the state of Palestine. We support the Palestinian people in various ways, directly and through our support to other organizations such as UNRWA. Our endeavor is to make a tangible impact on the daily lives of the Palestinians by implementing projects in diverse sectors. India is currently implementing projects valued at more than $40 million. Mr. President, India reiterates that the pathway to enduring peace is rooted in a 2-state solution, one that establishes a sovereign, viable, and independent state of Palestine within recognized and mutually agreed borders, living side by side with Israel in peace. India takes note of the high-level international conference on the implementation of a 2-state solution scheduled next week. While engaging in a forward-leaning and constructive manner, it's our hope that this conference would pave the way for concrete steps towards achieving a 2-state solution. Mr. President, in conclusion, India underscores its readiness to contribute to efforts that are aimed at shaping a political horizon that restores hope for the Palestinians and achieving sustained peace in the Middle East. I thank you.
Local media reported that the wreckage of a Russia plane that went missing has been found. The plane carrying about 50 passengers disappeared in Russia's Far East on Thursday when air traffic controllers lost contact with IT. A search was being done for the AN-24 passenger plane, the regional governor said. According to reports, there are no signs of survivor. The director of Tinda Airport said the plane caught fire when it crashed. India has announced that it will resume issuing tourist visa to Chinese nationals starting this week, aiming to improve stranded bilateral relations following the 2020 Galwan Valley clashes. The Indian Embassy in Beijing released a notice on July 24 explaining the visa applications processed at centers in Beijing, Shanghai and Guangzhou. This decision came after a week and a half after External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held talks with Chinese Foreign Minister in Beijing on July 14-15 during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. Jaishankar also met with Chinese Vice President, emphasizing that normalizing ties would benefit both countries. On July 24, Israel denied causing starvation in Gaza amid rising international criticism. Over 108 groups like Doctors Without Borders and Oxfam warned that many people in Gaza are starving, and the World Health Organization said a large part of Gaza's population is facing hunger. However, Israel said Hamas is creating the crisis by stealing aid and blocking food distribution. Although Israel erased its blockade in May, 8 warehouses remain unopened and over 1,000 Palestinians have died trying to get food since then. According to the UN, Gaza's health minister reported more than 59,000 deaths since the war started in October 2023. With over 2 million people lacking food, water and medicine, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is getting worse. That is all for the Nltv English Primetime. For more news and updates, keep watching Nltv.